What is up, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring Show. And as you can see, I am not alone today. We got my dad, because a lot of y'all like him. He's our hype man. Obviously, he won't.
Yeah, it was good.
He won't be in our chat today, but that's okay. Our guest is having some
Technical difficulties.
getting in right now, but that's okay. We're just gonna talk about some upcoming shows because let me tell you, June. There's a show every freaking weekend, and I don't know if we're going to be able to go to them, but obviously y'all should still keep going, being in that fun stuff, because wrestling, I don't know about him. I don't know about you guys, but wrestling is like my life. I wake up, I think about wrestling. I'm always booking the episodes because dedication and hard work
pays off.
I cannot speak today, so that's what my dad's here for.
Yeah, she's over here.
We hype it up today. And don't mind the glare in my glasses. I have no idea what it is. It's fine, because the ring light's over there, so it's not bad.
So there you go.
Anyways, so we're going to start this weekend. June 3rd is 5-Star Wrestling, which there's a lot of great names on that card. We got Lucius Crow, we got Andy Header, we got Fox Vineyard, we got Rembrandt.
I miss Fox Vineyard, though. I haven't seen him in a while.
We also, if you're old school and old-fashioned, we also got Gangrel. He's an old-fashioned favorite.
And okay.
I know so bad. I want to be there. Dedication in my heart. I want to be there. But if not, it's all good.
Yeah, that takes me back to WWF days of Gangrel, Christian, and Edge. That was the... You know what? I'm going to give it that... I'm going to give that an air horn. Let's go.
In other words, we got lots of shows. But we'll do another episode for that. I'm going to mess up her name, so I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say B. Hale and ask her how do you actually pronounce her name. So let's give a warm welcome to B. Hale.
Hey, what's good, girl?
Hello.
Hey, hello. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Sorry about the difficulties.
You're good. So what is the proper way of saying your name so we're not like B. Hale?
Briar.
I knew it. Like Briar Ice Tea. Yeah, I knew it.
Okay. That's cool. It's different. I like it. So usually we hop right in.
No. Since I'm the guest host, I'm asking the first question because you're always taking over everything, okay?
Whatever.
Okay. So, Miss Briar, how you doing? So the first question for you today is, who or what got you into wrestling?
So I started watching wrestling in my teen years. So like around that time, it was like 2016. So I kind of like started watching when like Dean Ambrose, who is now Jon Moxley, and I still to this day love him. Like love watching him wrestle. He is still one of the reasons that I got into this business. Alexa Bliss, AJ Styles, Finn Balor. And, like, I went back and watched some of AJ Lee things, like, because, she wasn't, sadly, I didn't get to watch her when she was actually on, but I went back and watched some of her things, and I really enjoy watching her.
Well, Miss Harley here was the one obsessed with AJ Lee back growing up.
I mean, I picked some fan favorites. I got AJ Lee, you got
Paige.
Yeah.
Twins.
Also known as Saraya now. She's going by a government name, Saraya.
Those are my girls. And obviously you mentioned Alexa Bliss. We got to give her a shout out on her pregnancy that she just announced.
That's right.
I was like, wait.
Okay.
I had to double take. I was like, is this? I know like a lot of
Miss
people.
Bliss, like she does like that, right? Miss Bliss.
It was cool. So who trained you?
James Jeffries at Wrestling in Iowa.
All right.
Okay. Hey, so how long would you say like you trained before you actually had like your first official match?
Well, see, like I trained during COVID. Yeah, so there was like a longer period of time than what people would say. I'm pretty sure what regular people would be, because it was like a little over a year before I got like an actual match in front of a live crowd. But like I was doing matches like for like Facebook Lives and that stuff.
Yeah.
But the first time it was in front of like an actual crowd was almost like a year and like 2 months after I trained.
Oh wow. So then question, how does it feel to wrestle with your twin? I didn't know you had a twin until like 5 minutes ago. Like, a twin? Okay.
Yeah. It's great. She's kind of like the person that comes. It's amazing to have somebody to be with all the time. And it is amazing that she also wants to do this. She's great. She's like my forever. And it's just amazing that we get to do it together. I'm just super glad she also wanted to do it.
That's
No,
cool though.
definitely, yeah. And I was doing my homework earlier. I'm like, y'all were like, you're a tag team sometimes, and other times you like go against each other. I think it was the match like of a kendo stick match. Was that like you versus her?
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
was that for you? Is it like, well, you did this or you took a piece of my clothing? Well, now I'm gonna.
Yeah, it was honestly like that one was a really fun match. And honestly, being to like against her, I think it was better because I'm not as scared to like hurt her as much as other people. So like we actually laid it in, and honestly, that was my first like honestly where we got to use like different kind of stuff, not just like a regular match. But I think it went really well, and I'm just glad it was against her because I'm a little scared to hit somebody else with a kendo stick.
I get it. I get it. So would you say you're more of like a heel or a baby face?
I mainly go as the baby face, and I really love it. The fans all chanting for you, and you get to go up to little girls afterwards, and they give you hugs, and they tell you that they look up to you, and they tell you you're amazing. I think it's great to be able to go out there and talk to them. So I really enjoy being the face.
That's cool. So I have a question. In your match with your sister, or anytime you and her have wrestled, or whether it's tag team or whether it's facing each other, has the referee ever got you too confused?
Oh, you know what? Maybe they have and they just haven't told us, because I can feel like when we first started wrestling, they would. Like a lot of them know us now and we have like very different gear, but at first we kind of did like what the Bella Twins did and we had the same exact gear. So maybe at that point they were getting us mixed up, but now she tends to wear like Sage on her gear, where I tend to just put like Hale on mine. So
All
there's
right.
like a little bit of difference to tell us apart.
All right, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. So like, how do y'all come up with like your gear designs? Is it something you like sketch
Um,
out?
yeah, like so it's kind of hard because I'm like still trying to figure out something that I really like. Like we both try to match kind of each other just in case we have to like tag team, but she usually goes with like a more covered style, and like I go with like a long sleeve, like just similar gears that can like be used as a tag team, but with our same like our own into it.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So my question to you is, what is your favorite thing about wrestling?
I can't. I didn't catch that.
I'm sorry, I was talking a bit too soft.
Oh,
What
okay.
is what is your favorite thing about wrestling?
Favorite thing?
Yes.
I think it's just being in front of the people and getting to see the little kids cheering for you. Honestly,
Oh,
they they're just so cute, and like especially the little girls. Like I have this one little girl that always takes a picture of me whenever I come around. It's just amazing. It's just like an amazing feeling.
No,
that's
yeah,
cool.
definitely. And obviously you're like still you're not young, but like you're young and you're not like to that point. Do you think like when you have a kid and do you think that you're gonna be like putting them in that door and be like, come on, it's not that bad, or would you like be like, nah, because you know how their business is?
Um, I guess it depends. Because I mean, I haven't seen like like I've had a great time in the business. I mean, it is hard. So I guess like I would like maybe like, hey, this is really cool, but if you don't like it, don't do it. But like
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop them because I love it. But I know that it is challenging, and it is if they're not 100%, it's just not worth it.
No, definitely. So like that's your favorite part. What would you say is like the hardest part about wrestling for you?
The hardest part about wrestling for me is traveling. I do not do well in car for long periods of time. Like I have like a real like this is a little bit too much information, but I have like a really small bladder, so I always have to go to the bathroom. And when we're traveling at night and there's no bathroom, I start freaking out because I like then get like anxiety driving really far places because I just have to know where bathrooms are.
That That's like me. I'm like, because we go to so many shows on the weekend. It's like some are like an hour away, or some are like an hour and a half, or 2 hours. I'm like, I gotta pee. I
I'm
gotta.
like, are you serious? We just got on the road.
I can't help it.
Yeah, that's the same with me. And like, I think I like trick my mind and I'm like, oh, I have to pee even though I don't because I'm so scared of not being able, because I've gone like a long period of time and it's just so bad. I hate it. So now every time we go on the long car rides, I'm just worried about how, like, being able to go to the bathroom somewhere.
Definitely. So, like, if you got a call from WWE and AEW, which one would you take?
You forgot a few. Ring of Honor.
We'll start
Impact.
with those.
You know, because there's a whole plethora of places that you can go. So you're right. WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, or Impact Wrestling. Give her a flourish.
I think the one place I really would want to go is AEW, but the other place I really honestly so badly want to go is to like Stardom in Japan.
New Japan
And like
Wrestling, let's go.
New Japan, yeah, like that is the one place like WWE is a dream. Like, of course, like if I can go there and make it there, great. But one of like another goal would be to wrestle in Japan, just because the matches I've seen there, they're great, they're hard hitting. I think it's just honestly, I think it'd be magical there.
She hit right on the noggin. Hard hitting. There, New Japan Wrestling is like straight up hardcore the whole entire time. Especially the women, they fight harder than the men. Sasha Banks is there. I'm sorry, not Sasha Banks. Money Monet, whatever she's calling herself right now. She's there.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Got
sorry.
it right, Dad.
Excuse my French.
So, like, is there anything you do before you come out the curtain?
No.
Oh.
It comes out and he like jumps back and forth. Like, you know what I mean? He does the whole boom. I like do that behind the curtain and like trying to get myself pumped up. That's mainly what I do is I like literally just jump up and down.
Like, yeah, let's go. Oh, that hurts. Never mind. Let's go. that is so cool. So, question for you is: if a fan ever came up to you and said, "I want to get into business," what advice would you give them?
Definitely look into the training, like the school. I don't know if it's schooling training, and definitely, even though some might be worth more money, go with the one that, like, don't just go with one just because it's a little bit cheaper. Like, I understand, like, money for some people is hard, but honestly, a good wrestling school and one that is like a community, sort of like a family, because then you always have that, like, that's sort of how like the one I trained at. It's like a family, and I just feel like when you get that, it's great. And I think the one thing to do is look at the training and maybe go in beforehand and see how it is and make sure that you do want to do it, just so you're not putting down a whole bunch of money. But that would probably be the one thing I would tell people to do, is actually look into the trainings before you do them.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, out here, because we're Pennsylvania based, out here we have like Alpha on Hawaii.
I know you.
We have
Something
his
like
school out here. We got one ran by Lucius Crow, which is what we were mentioning earlier.
As you see, Lucius Crow. Yes. I'm sorry, that's somebody else.
We got lots of names out here, but like, there's not that many schools. So like, obviously, whatever school has the best like Alpha, he was in WWE. Maybe that's the road to go. Or
yeah, his family is Roman Reigns and the whole Samoan.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, he's from a whole line of greatness.
See, that's cool.
Yeah, talking to him, he's cool, down to earth. He will help you train. Try to find out like where. Try to help you find out what is your home base. If you are a technical wrestler, if you're a high flyer, if you are a bruiserweight. But then, what are you? Are you a high flyer, bruiserweight? Are you a submission? Are you just a kick ass and take names later?
I feel like I haven't really found my style, because I'm still like trying to find, because like I want to start doing more high five stuff, but I just think I'm right now with still trying to figure out what I am. I'm just more of a kick ass take names type of person, because
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm taking name after the match. Just put it down on your ass got beat by Miss Briar. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So do you like prefer to have like storyline matches, or would you prefer just like random matches and like go for it?
Sometimes random matches are fun, but I think storyline matches like have more depth and it's cooler. But like like the one like just having random matches some places at other promotions, that's great. But I rather have storyline matches that kind of make sense and like that means like everything kind of makes sense and like it kind of helps you plan your match a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So, do you think it's going to be like an age thing or like a mindset thing that causes you to retire?
Oh, I feel like it could be both because there's a lot of people out there that are still going with their age. So I feel like it's more of a mindset thing.
Mhm.
Like especially like, some people they've done everything they wanted, retire. It's more unless your body tells you you can't anymore. I feel like it's more of a mindset than an age retirement.
All right. All right. So my question for you is: has there ever been an injury that you suffered during a match that made you think twice about continuing to wrestle?
Thankfully, no. Honestly, I've been pretty lucky. I've had safe matches and I've been healthy throughout it all. So I'm thankful for that.
All right,
No,
that's
that's good.
understandable.
That's great. Yeah.
And we got Mr. Joe Panther saying, "Hey all, how you doing, Joe?"
So okay, the questions are like all over the place. So, do you have like a dream venue or like a dream place you wish to wrestle in before you call it quits?
Um, Not that I can think of. Maybe like honestly, I guess I did kind of wrestle in a bigger place. Um, Not that I can think of. Like there isn't like a certain place. Like honestly, like if I would say I want to wrestle in Madison Square Garden one day, I mean, I feel like every wrestler one day wants to wrestle there. So I'm guessing it would be Madison Square Garden.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that's cool.
So, like, out of all the places you wrestled, is there like a certain one that stands out to you?
Um, Not real. Like, what do you mean by that? Like a venue
Like,
or
you wrestled there, and you're like, wow, I really like this place. I like the crowd. I'll wrestle here anytime.
time? There was this place. I don't remember where it was exactly because they switched the location, but it was for Paradise City Wrestling. They did one at I see. I can't remember the place because it switched, so I never really got to know what the place was. But it was like really nice. All the people were really nice, and the crowd was just really with it. Like honestly, every time I've gone down to Minnesota, the crowds have just been really great.
That's good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was recently in Rhode Island and Connecticut, and like since we're Pennsylvania based, I was like, whoa, this crowd is like different. They were chanting like crazier things. I was like, yo,
Oh,
this ain't even PG anymore. I was like, this is definitely next level wrestling.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, no matter where we go, like I didn't go with her to that event, but usually any show that we do go to, if you hear somebody screaming or going crazy, it's me and her. I have a loud mouth, but she has a loud mouth. Like I'd be like, "Oh my god, my ears!"
So after you like retire, would you still want to be involved somehow, whether it's like a manager or commentary, anything?
Yeah, I feel like I would. And like even like any of commentary, any of that would be good. And even if it's honestly retiring and maybe one day even running my own like indie promotion, I think
Okay,
that would be something I would want to do after it all.
that's cool. You'd be like, "Welcome to the Briar domain." I don't know. I'm just coming up with something random. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So do you like okay, so you kind of said like if you chose like WWE or AEW, like AEW, and you were on AEW.
Mhm.
So like which like how was that experience on AEW?
Yeah, I
Oh
saw
yeah.
that girl. Girl, even though it wasn't a long match, you still
Yeah.
showed. I got fired and I got spunk, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
take these bumps. Okay.
It was great. It was nerve wracking to be back there. I like watching people on TV, and honestly, being able to meet them backstage, it's intimidating.
All right.
But honestly, it makes you honestly give you that push that you're like, well, this is where I want to be. I want to be one of those people coming in and on the show, then just coming like as an enhanced talent. It kind of
Mhm.
gives that push. And it was like great. It was intimidating, but it would be like an experience I would want to do again over and over and over because it is just the feeling you get is like unexplainable. Like it was just great.
That's cool. So, how was it to meet Tony Khan himself?
We didn't get to meet him, but we did get to see him. He was talking to some people backstage.
All right.
Yeah, but I only like we saw like a ton of people, but like we only saw him once and then didn't see him again for the rest of the time.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if AEW was to call you back again to do a dark match again, would you do it?
Yes, I would. The experience is just great. The feeling of being out in front of that big of crowd. It's nervous. It's like nerve wracking, but like deep down, it's like this is what I want to do. I love this so much.
And that's awesome because I believe that in a bigger crowd, even though it doesn't matter what crowd, I just think that it makes you want to do more and bring out stuff that inside of you that you knew that you had, but it's finally coming out because you want to put on a show. You want to do that every event that you do, but like this is more like I'm gonna be on TV, bitch. Okay, so like it. I give you all the credit in the world. We have a friend who's actually signed to AEW right now, uh, Action Andrade.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so we knew him before he even got signed. He was always at PPW, and he was high flying girl. He was going bananas. Okay, so it's like we know a few people who go and do dark matches, as well as are signed through the business. Now, I best believe the way you wrestle, you definitely be there as soon as possible. You are still young. You have a lot of years ahead of you. So
Oh,
we gonna give you all the praise. Like, girl, Briar, Briar, you better talk up. Cheer for her. Let's go. Like, girl, we will get the crowd into it. Let's go. Okay. I'm too much. I'm animated, so I'm not sorry.
it's great. I mean, the energy you have is just great.
Well, thank you. I'm from New York City, but I'm PA. So yeah, I'm the party animal here.
So, being a female, how do you feel about intergender wrestling?
Well, I think it's. I haven't had honestly. I think in the promotions I've wrestled at, they don't exactly allow it, but I've seen like great intergender matches, and I think that they're great. Especially, well, like around here, there isn't a ton of females, so
Hmm.
you're kind of wrestling the same person over and over. So I think those intergender matches that you see like other girls doing, I think that that's really good, and I would love to do them because then you're getting also other experience with other people other than just the woman that because in the Midwest there isn't a ton, honestly. You
Yeah.
kind of wrestle the same people. So to be able to get experience even like from an intergender match,
Mhm.
I think it's a good idea. I really like watching them and I would love to be a part of one. I have been a part of like mixed tags, but it's mainly like no, no, like like a WWE one where you can't really
Yeah,
touch the female and the male can't.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I would love to be a part of an actual intergender match.
AXW.
Yeah.
There's a wrestler there named Izzy McCoy. She wrestles men. She slams them,
Ooh.
everything. So you would definitely be a good fit there too. You can wrestle her, you can wrestle other females, you can wrestle males. They don't discriminate. You know what I mean? Like a lot of
Oh,
businesses don't do it. But I feel that I feel that you would be a great fit at AXW.
that's good. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I give props to. I mean, I'm like jealous of some of the people that get to wrestle guys because I
Mhm.
just haven't honestly gotten the opportunities to.
Well, you know what? There's nothing but time and opportunities to come your way. Maybe you should look up AXW. It's in PA and it's actually the building that used to host all of the WWE events back in the day.
Oh, really?
So
That's
it is a
cool.
very historic building. So it's spacious, it's big. I just know that during the summer it gets hot.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Definitely. So,
But do you know where I want to see her at though? I want to see her at PPW. Let's go.
Well, they watch our show, so maybe we'll see this and send a DM out later. Be like, yo, we could really use you at our show. Like, come
Yeah.
on, and your sister.
Yeah, they would definitely watch your tape and see what's going to be like. You know what? Let's reach out to her and say, hey, we need to get Miss Briar here and even her twin sister if possible. Y'all can come out here and kick some ass, okay?
So, like, is there like has it ever occurred that like a show like wanted you but not your sister? Like, has that ever happened? And if so, like, what was your reaction and like how did you feel?
We've actually and two like we've had that happen. Like this, it will happen this June, and I think in July. Like they reached out, which I understand. Like down in Minnesota, like they've already seen me and Cassie wrestle. So usually it's based on if they need a heel or if they need a face. Because she does a way better heel. She is great at it, and I am the face of the Hale sisters. So usually it's not like hard feelings, but if it's like farther out, like let's say like 6-7 hours away, we usually try not to book without the other one, just because it makes more sense to do like together.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
She is a duo of the Bella twins. And also, I'm going to call you Jeff Hardy and your sister Matt Hardy. Let's go. Let's get it popping. Sibling rivalry is the best because y'all hold what y'all do is don't hold back. You know each other's movements and stuff, so it makes it even more compact to watch. Be like, yo, she did that. Oh my god, that's oh my god, yeah. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna give that some air horns. Let's go.
So yeah, I think sibling rivalries are some of like the best ones. Like right now, I'd love to see the Usos go at it. Hopefully, eventually, like kind of break away from each other, kind of like how they did the Bella twins. Because I think like twins are really good together as a tag team, but they also can shine apart individually really well. And I feel like like I'm just like using the Usos because right now they're really big. Their storyline's huge in WWE, but I feel like they can eventually shine. Like I know they did for a little bit when they were both injured, but I feel like they could like have a feud, and I think it would be great.
Oh yeah. So did you watch the last pay-per-view of Night of Champions?
Yes, I did.
Yo, I had to rewatch it over and over and over. I was like, did he just do that to Roman? And I saw signs of the old Usos where they had the face paint and the shorts.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm in my house screaming like, I'm not gonna scream now because I don't want to blow out your eardrums. I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. I was like, yeah, and then I'm thinking Jay's gonna be like, yeah, let's do it, but he's like, come on, man, come on, man. Like I'm thinking Jimmy's supposed to be that and Jay's supposed to be the other one, but it was vice versa. I'm like, but still though, it was a
Yeah,
great performance.
I felt the same way. Like I thought it was going to be Jay that would be the one that finally like cracked. So I think it was just such a perfect ending. Like the way they hit Solo and then Jimmy and Jay still like being like, well, no, is he okay? I thought it was going to be Jay that was going to be the one that hit Roman first. So I was like really surprised when it was Jimmy.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I was like, he did what? And then I guess it was the Samoan pride. Fuck being the bloodline. You respect me like I'm a grown ass man. And Jimmy said, you know what? Usually I'm the smiles, I'm the giggles, but now I'm going to kick you in your face and that's the shizzle. Ah!
I mean, I absolutely adore the Usos. If I ever got the chance to meet them, I would not turn that down.
She has merch.
They're my go-to. I'm actually going to see them this Friday in Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre.
I have work.
So I'm super excited to see them. I'm gonna make them a fan.
Oh my god. Dude, I hope it's a good time. Well, it's gonna be a good time, but I hope you have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last night that we went, we was like almost in the front row on TV. They had us on TV like 8 times, something like that. Me and her going, yeah, and me having my own belt. It was amazing. It was freaking amazing.
No, definitely.
That's so cool.
All right, so I have a question for you. Who is your dream opponent that you want to wrestle, dead or alive?
Um, I think my dream opponent would be AJ Lee, just because of she's honestly like her and John Moxley were the two people that honestly like really, really got me into wrestling.
Hmm.
So it would have to be her. Even though I didn't get to like watch her during her actual run, I still went back and fell in love with like her wrestling, her just everything about it. So I feel like it would be AJ Lee or Bailey. I am a really big Bailey fan.
Oh my gosh, girl, me too. I
Yeah,
absolutely love her. She's
especially
like,
dude,
She,
I love her. I think I start actually honestly some of like mainly if you watch my matches, I do a good amount of moves that she like the back rolls and stuff like that. Just because I just and like her heel right now, like I just have always adored Bailey, and I think it'd be either her or AJ Lee that would be my dream match.
oh my gosh, me too.
a funny tip on that when it comes to this one right here. When Bailey was face and she turned heel and she started to cut the things down, she was like this. Why did Bailey go the things? I'm like, it's okay. She's like, no.
Is that okay?
Like she had Bailey's shirt. She would rock the hair the same way,
Mm,
all the merch. I'm like, let's go. What's happening? She was like, at first, she was like,
I don't even like her anymore. And
yeah,
like now I'm like, she's in her badass era. Like,
yeah,
obviously she's
definitely.
doing what she's doing.
yeah, and now she thinks she's a badass. So,
Like, I know.
I
can we
think
say
Bailey.
copy this?
I think Bailey has definitely like come into the heel character, and I feel like it just fits so well in the main. I think it's just honestly, even though it was sad to see her move from the hugs all the time, I feel like that's what she needed, and I think she is like literally badass. She
Oh yeah,
is.
Oh,
it definitely gave her a push that she needed.
Hmm.
Because I've learned over the years if people keep doing the same gimmick over and over, it dies out, and then the crowd is like, I don't really want to watch that anymore. So
Hmm.
the way they do it, like right now, Seth Rollins, he's the champion on Raw, but the way she says it, and I'm like, you're right. Why is he wearing his wife's clothes?
that's that's true.
there's a lot of times, like especially on the pay-per-views, I'm like, but that doesn't look like I'm all for like any gender wearing whatever clothes they want. But like Seth Rollins, I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
does Becky know you're wearing that?
yeah, every time we see Seth Rollins, we're like, yeah, it's funny. Oh gosh.
And I mean, he was probably just wearing her pants the other night, what was it, last night, and he freaking ripped his pants. It was probably Becky's pants.
That was actually last night.
Yep, it was probably Becky's. Now Becky's like, bro,
Dude.
now you owe me a new pair of pants because you ripped them. Like, how?
He was crazy. It's so out there.
Absolutely love
Hey,
him.
but it sells, and I can't front over the years of Seth Rollins coming from the Shield. Actually, no, coming from NXT, being the first champion, and then coming to the Shield and stabbing him in the back, and then being a part of the Authority, shall we say? Remember
Mm.
that, and then now he's his own thing, and it's catchy. It's catchy, especially his intro with the whoa.
Oh my
Last
gosh.
event we was there. I was going crazy. I was like, "He's in here, let's go!" And then he's like, "Yes, my peasants, yes, just graze me with all the sounds of my music." I'm like, you know what? It works. It sells. I love it. I love it, and I'm happy he beat Logan Paul, even though Logan
Yeah.
Paul.
No, definitely. And I say it all the time on here. I'm more of like, I see the moves and I'm like, nah, that's hard and I don't want to get hurt. So like,
Mhm.
y'all can do it. But me, I'm just going to be a manager. So like watching like WWE now, obviously like we have Paul Heyman, but like I love Rhea Ripley's strive now
Oh,
watching Judgment Day. she's another one.
Yes.
I absolutely adore her.
Where's my dum dum?
Oh my god, I love Dum Dum.
Yo, I swear, I love the whole gimmick. Like Rhea, I loved her from when she first started as the upcoming on that challenge show with what was it called? NXT
Was it the Mae Young Classic?
yes, thank you. The Mae
Yeah.
Young Classic, yes. And then she had long blonde hair, and then she did, like I loved the character, and then when she teamed up with Nikki ASH, almost a superhero, I think that gimmick was stupid.
Yeah.
When she turned heel, okay. I like her being crazy and psychotic.
She's crazy. She just threw the 24/7 championship away. She's like, I don't even want it. I just got it.
I think the reason why they did that is because they don't want to be seen as a joke anymore.
Yeah.
Because how many times has that title changed hands from numerous wrestlers, especially R-Truth? Don't get me wrong, that's my dude. I love R-Truth. But how many times has that title went back and forth between him and Akira Tozawa, and then they got supposedly married to Dana Brooke,
Oh
and
my gosh, that was so
it was
funny.
hilarious. And but then Tamina wanted to kiss Dana. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? Jerry. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. But it was crazy. I'm like, damn, WWE.
Yeah, that was definitely a storyline with the
Oh, yeah.
24/7 championship. I did not see it going that way.
Now, the current rosters, who do you find to be your favorite person to watch?
Like on like the current roster?
WWE, NXT, SmackDown, or Raw?
I would have to say I really like Rhea Ripley right now. Like I'm also a huge Rhea Ripley fan. I think what they're doing, she is like she like just gives the Judgment Day like a different type of feel. And I think she right now is my favorite. Like Bailey with Dakota getting injured and stuff, they're kind of like in that kind of like limbo where who knows. So I think the person I really enjoy watching right now is like Rhea Ripley and the whole Judgment Day. Like I love Finn Balor. He's also somebody that got me into wrestling, and I just the whole Judgment Day I think is one of the reasons I stay watching.
Oh yes, the best part I love of Finn Balor is the demon.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't front. When Rhea Ripley went to the dark side, I loved it. A whole new gimmick, a whole new style. I love that she cut her hair. But then what I like the most is that at certain pay-per-views, the makeup she wears on her face is iconic. She sells it. Especially when she takes bumps, she's like she's
You kind of
into
like
it.
a little self.
Stop. No, but seriously, the movement, the work she does in the ring is like crazy. Like I can honestly say, I'm happy Charlotte Flair is not there right now because too much Charlotte is too much Charlotte. Don't get me wrong, she's a great wrestler. I would never say she sucks. She's done stuff that women want to do nowadays. You know what I mean? But let other people come up and take that throne or try, finesse their skills and show that, hey, let me be the next one up. Let me show you what the hell I got. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, when it came to the last pay per view, when it came to Rhea versus Selena Vega, I wanted Selena to win that. I can't front. That was great. The whole entrance and everything, like at Puerto Rico. On top of that, it was crazy. And then she got emotional. I got emotional, and I wasn't even there. I'm like, yeah, let's go, and it was crazy, the environment, the crowd. That's the loudest crowd pop I've heard in ever. That's not pre-recorded or been played. It's actually live. So much props to WWE, to Selena Vega, to Rhea Ripley, to all the women wrestlers throughout any shows, whether it was indies or professional wrestling, anywhere. To you, your twin, anyone. I give you all the props for going through the same pain and frustration that men go through when it comes. I know taking bumps ain't easy, especially when you got to either cover your head or tuck your chin, and you still end up biting your tongue or your teeth chatter.
Yeah.
It takes a lot, So I give that a crop. The props. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I think one more person that we gotta give credit to is Bad Bunny because
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Bad Bunny came out. Damian Priest, much love to you, bro. Yo, you put on a show for Bad Bunny. Yo, right before the pay per view, when he was at Raw, he said, "I'm not going to be the host anymore. I'm going to Puerto Rico to kick your ass." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go!" I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
Anyways, back on the indie
Yeah,
scene.
sorry. I just went way off.
Back on the indie scene. Have you ever been in like a hardcore match or like a death match?
Death, you want to die?
No, there's like the serious
I
matches.
know.
No, I haven't been. I mean, I've been in the kendo, like the most I've been in is the kendo stick, and then I was in a steel cage match. That's about all I've gone. That's extreme.
Okay.
You know what I wish they had in the Indies? Mixed tag team championships for male and female. That'd be so awesome. And do you know who I think would be a good tag team partner for her? Our brother. Well, your brother.
Nolan Pierce.
Yes. Because I can imagine you and him be like, yeah, let's go. Because his hair is long just like yours. And
Yeah.
Girl, he gets it in.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen her entrance, go like just look up her name. Like
Yes.
there's lots of matches that will come up. That's what I did these last couple days. I did my homework. I was like, girl, you come out with like full on energy, and that's like kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
he comes out with the like I don't care song, like I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah. I was
that's
like, is he
wonderful.
serious? At first, I was like, he was serious. I'm like, he really put I don't care. But hey, it fits.
Literally.
It has that pop to it that people will be like, oh yeah, let's go. I feel like I think that's a good song to come out to. I think it's like a beat song, like you know what I mean? That's a good song.
Definitely.
So do you have merch? And if so, where can people purchase it?
See, we've been working on getting a merch store like online, but right now we only sell at shows.
Okay.
All right. Have you tried what's that website?
Pro Wrestling Tees.
ProWrestlingTees.com. They sponsor a lot of up and comers that are indies. They help them sell their merch, but I think they also take a percentage. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know a few people that have gone through it, but I like haven't looked into it too much. I'm like, it's getting to the busy season of wrestling with summer and everything. So I'm trying to, but like, especially maybe I'll have to look into it because I like but I haven't at the same time.
Oh yeah. Okay. So lastly, is there any like upcoming shows you'll be at?
I will be in Minnesota. I think it's at Cottage Grove. It's for MAW. It's at a thing called Strawberry Fest. I'm really excited about it.
Come on, pick some. Okay.
You're like, let's just have a strawberry fight.
Yeah, that bitch just got smashed. Okay, there we go.
And lastly, where can people find you at if they want to follow you on social media?
You can they can find me on Facebook. It's Briar Hale, and then I think on Instagram it's Briar.Hale. And I think it's the same with Twitter. I think it's all the same. And then on YouTube, we do have a YouTube channel called the Hale Twins.
Okay. I gotta look up. I gotta find these Hale Twins. Okay.
Actually, y'all, if y'all click the link in the description, your Briar's Instagram is linked, so you could probably just find it through there.
Yes.
Give her a follow. Thank you so much for coming on. And obviously, if we have one twin on, we gotta have the other one. So her sister, Sage, is gonna be coming on very soon. So you gotta stay tuned for that and make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. Bye.